It's been over a month since our last ranking the best attackers tier list video, so it's that time again. We've had time to use another 20 plus attackers since last month's attackers tier list, so we've got them all ready to go, S being the highest tier, D being the lowest. Today lads, this is ranking the best attackers that I have used so far on FC24. For cheap, fast and reliable coins, make sure to head on over to MMOEXP.com and use code DAVIS at checkout for 5% off your order. The key word in that is these are the attackers that I have used, and none of the players in this video that you're watching now will have featured in last month's attackers video. There's a few like the same players but different versions. For example, Trailblazers Mbappe, Trailblazers Salah were in last month's video, but since then we have got the player of the months, and as I said, the only rule is I've had to use them. One day I'll be able to try an R9, a Cruyff, and then eventually we'll be able to rank them, but I have yet to been blessed enough to try either of them. Without further ado boys, let's get into it. First up is player of the month Griezmann, and it's a little bit awkward because I actually haven't tried player of the month Griezmann. I tried his inform, okay? I tried his inform, and when I downloaded it, I accidentally used his player of the month. So it's a little bit ironic me saying we've used all these players and we haven't used player of the month Griezmann, but I'll show you guys what I mean. I have used this inform Griezmann here, which you can buy for 150k. Now comparing to the player of the month has got one more pace, one more shooting, one more passing. They've both got the finesse shot playstyle, they're both the same rating. This is 150k to buy. His player of the month is 500k to complete. So I would much rather recommend getting his inform Griezmann instead of a player of the month. Nonetheless though, I'd play very similar because the only difference is literally +1s. Look, the finesse is very good, and let's pretend this is the inform one because that's the one I was meant to choose. For 150k, I think it's good value. He's a good card. I'm going to put him into A. He's just missing that weak foot. He is 3-star weak foot, which for me makes him predictable. Even him being predictable though, the fact he's got finesse shot playstyle even post patch, right? With the finesse playstyle being patched, it's still really good. Next up is FC Pro, and hopefully I'm pronouncing this right. Is it like Karamo? Something like that. But he hasn't got an upgrade. The person that was using him, or the person that was designated him, if you will, didn't do very well. I think it's still possible he can upgrade, but not by much. I'm pretty sure he got like 0 points or something. He lost a few games that he played. I'm not too sure. I don't keep up too much with the FC Pro stuff, but I do know he dropped from 70k to 15k following the events of the pro player that was controlling him. He's still very good though. I wouldn't say better than Griezmann, and we'll take it at his base rating being 86, disregarding for potential upgrades, and we'll put him into the B tier. Now, road to the knockout, João Pedro, who, speaking of upgrades, has received a +2, I'm pretty sure, as Brighton have qualified and got the wins. And this João Pedro card I used in a foot draft, and he was insane, man. He was absolutely insane. I think I actually used him in a foot draft when he was 87, before he made that jump to 89, so I could just imagine his 89 would be even better. I don't think I'm going to put him into the S tier, but I'll put him into the highest end of the A tier. I'm not sure. We may change that at the end, but the S tier is designated for a couple players, and the first one in there is player of the month Kylian Mbappe. I completed him the other day. I've used him for roughly 50 games, and I can confirm he is everything I was expecting. Now, a funny story with it, right? I used him, or I completed him to play him as a striker. Then I packed Thierry from an Icon pack. So I wanted to play Henry striker, and I'm rocking a 4-2-3-1, which meant I had to move Mbappe to left cam, and I was thinking a 4 million coin SBC playing out wide, I feel like it will be a waste, but no, playing on the left and cutting inside is absolutely incredible with Mbappe. If you're sprinting down the wing, good luck catching him, alright? He is absolutely insane, and I'm pretty sure he's getting another player of the month SBC next month, which is incredibly tough for player of the month Mbappe owners like myself, but nonetheless, he is an S tier. He is absolutely phenomenal. Trailblazers Harry Kane, he's very heavy, but if you do not mind using the heavier type of players, then I think you'll actually really like this card. He's a fun card, but I wouldn't necessarily go as far to say he's meta. I think his playstyle plus is pretty underwhelming, and I feel like with the heavier, taller, bulkier strikers, if you will, like Harry Kane for example, I think the playstyle you really want for him is an aerial or a power header, so you can really make use of his height in the box and get some crosses to his head. But he's got the power shot playstyle plus, which can be good, but it's still, you know, for his body build, you'd much rather an aerial or a header playstyle plus, so I'll put him into the B tier. I'll put him ahead of Karamo though. Karamo? Once again, let me know how to pronounce it. Player of the month, Salah up next. Now, I'm trying to decide, do I put him in S or I'm going to put him into S behind Mbappe. I think me putting him into A would be too harsh. And as I said, even with the post patch, with them nerfing finesse shots, trust me, man, I've still got Salah cutting in from the left. Finesse shots are still absolutely phenomenal. I'm telling you, man, trust me. And Mo Salah is insane. So I'll put him in S, but I feel like he'll be towards the lower end of S when we get maybe 1 or 2 more players in this S tier. Now, speaking of heavier strikers, it is none other than Lukaku, who has got the aerial playstyle plus. And I'm invested in this card, but I played him in Foot Champs the other day, and I conceded not 1, not 2, but 3 headers to him. I was streaming it as well. It was ridiculous. Just my opponent cross it to Lukaku's head. And when I actually saw the team and his team load up, I'm like, he's got Lukaku. That's interesting. And yeah, little did I know, we conceded a hat-trick of headers. He's got the aerial playstyle plus, which, as I said, I think is really important for the heavier, taller strikers to have. And for that reason, I will be putting him ahead of Harry Kane. I'm not sure if I want to put him into the tier above Harry Kane. He's definitely above Harry Kane in the B tier. Do I want to up him into the low end of A? I'll keep it as it is as now. As I said, I think I like Lukaku. I'm certain Lukaku's better than Kane simply because of the playstyle, but I don't know if he's that much better to go into the tier above, so we'll keep him in the B tier for now. The free Erling Haaland I used in my full champs qualies earlier this week, and I actually like it. He's got 94 pace. I believe he's got a quick step playstyle, I'm pretty sure. He's got more dribbling and more pace than his normal gold card. I like him a lot, but 3-star is really what lets him down. I'll go ahead and I'll put him, I don't know, it's really hard because we've got 3 pretty big strikers here in Lukaku, Kane and Haaland, but I feel like that 3-star on Haaland just lets him down. He's still good though, he's fast, he's still got the Haaland juice about it, the Haaland jamminess. But yeah, he's a little bit heavy. 3-star. We'll put him into the lower end of B. In fact, I'll probably put him behind Caramo as well. Now, as you may have noticed, there is a few central attacking midfielders on the list. I know technically they're midfielders, but we're going to count them in this anyway, okay? Because technically we're kind of using them in an attacking role, even though they're midfielders. You get what I mean? Because basically I use a 4-2-3-1, right? 3 cams and a striker. All of my cams are stay forward. All of them are get into the box. So they play a very attacking role. And Szoboszlai, we did play in that central cam role, stay forward, get into the box. And I liked him, man. I did like him. The technical with him was nice. Even, I think it's just his regular play style is technical. And I liked it quite a bit. He's got a pretty big body type for what I was expecting, but nonetheless I enjoyed him. I think he was good, nothing crazy, but we'll put him at the higher end of B. I think he was a good card. Thunderstruck Kaka, I do have a review on the channel for Thunderstruck Kaka. We used him for 10 games because we did get his loan in one of those promo packs, and he has to be in the S tier. I'll put him even ahead of Mo Salah. He's absolutely insane. He's kind of like Szoboszlai, and he's got a bigger body type, and I mentioned it in the review. He's got a bigger body type, but in a good way. Like, he feels really agile and silky and smooth on the ball, very responsive, but he's still got a big body type, so he feels stronger than he actually is. You kind of just have to use him to see what I'm talking about, with a big body type, but still kind of really responsive, right? It's a great combination. 5-star skills, I loved Thunderstruck Kaka a lot. I'm not sure how AC Milan are doing in getting him to a 91 rated. They might have to win their last game. I've not really been keeping track of that. Showdown Malcolm, who seems pretty rare. Not much people have completed him, which I'm a little bit surprised about. Obviously, he has got the upgrade to 88. He is working as a super sub for me. I've been subbing him on in the 70th minute the whole of last weekend league, and he was a game changer. I really liked him. I'm actually going to put him into the A tier. Maybe a little bit, I say controversial, but I feel like not much people have done this Malcolm card, and I think he's incredible, man. If you've got Neymar as well, it's a hyperlink to Neymar. Thunderstruck Johan Cruyff, the same as Kaka, we actually used on a loan, and he is Cruyff, he's everything you expect. I think I kind of have to put him ahead of Mbappe as well, right? I mean, he's millions of coins, it's pretty unrealistic, lots of you guys will pack him. I was just lucky enough to get him as a loan, and as the rat I am, I wanted to give him a run. And yeah, he's everything you imagine. In fact, a little price check on him. He has 7 million coins. You know, it's just pocket change. Next up is Katoto Thunderstruck, which looks like Never mind. It froze for a second. We're good. Thunderstruck Katoto, I actually have invested in her. I just picked up one of her to sell at a future point because she should be going to a 92. The PSG women just have to win one of the next 2 games and that will be fine. And I mean, she was okay. I used her in a couple games. She was okay. My one complaint is she's a bit heavy. I say heavy, 68 balance, and it's really like weird because the rest of her dribbling stats, like her actual dribbling stat is good, but then her balance is bad. So it's kind of like, it's a weird mixture. It's a real weird combo to experience, right? Like her actual dribbling ball at the feet is good, but the turning of her body is pretty heavy. And for that reason, I'll put her into the B tier along with the other quote unquote heavy players. We'll put her just ahead of Erling Haaland, I reckon. Alan Saint Maximin. Now I'm going to put him just right above. Now what is going on? There we go. It's very glitchy. I don't know why. But we'll put him just ahead of Malcolm, I reckon. Just ahead of him. I loved Saint Maximin. And he was the starter. To be fair, it tells you everything, right? Saint Maximin was the starter, and then I'd go ahead and sub on Malcolm towards the end. I think the Trickster Plus with him is really fun. Although stats-wise, Malcolm is probably better than Alan Saint Maximin. That 5-star skills that Saint Max has got in game is really a game changer. 5-star skills, if you know how to use them properly, it's going to be very useful. So we will put him into the A tier. Abedi Pele we picked up. We used him for like 5 or 6 games when I was looking at buying a central cam. And next up we'll move Figo next to him as well, because we actually first brought Figo, so I think it's fair that we rank Figo first, and then we sold Figo for Abedi Pele. Now, I didn't sell Figo because he was bad, I more so sold him because he was plummeting in price. I brought him for like 450, and then like a week later he was 370, so I'm like, I'll just sell him before I know it, he'll be under 300. It was kind of around the Black Friday period as well, so the market was plummeting. Probably a dumb buy from me, but I was in desperate need of a cam, and it had to be a hero or an icon because the cam had to be on full cam. But I mean, Figo, I didn't mind him. He was good. He was definitely better than Soboslai. I'll put him towards the lower end of A. No, you know, I'll put him ahead of Saint Max and Malcolm. I think he was really good. He's got the technical playstyle plus, which I liked. When I replaced him with Abedi Pele, I was a little bit underwhelmed with Abedi Pele, which was disappointing because I loved this man's card, and I think it was FIFA 22 it might have been. I absolutely loved his card, man, so I was excited to try him. Sadly, though, I was not satisfied. He was still good, better than Soboslai, better than all of the players in the B tier, but we kind of got the pacey wingers in Malcolm and Saint Max in the middle, Figo on top, and then Abedi Pele on the right. I think that's fair. Thunderstruck Diani, although she's only 4-star, and I feel like she's screaming out for a 5-star skills. If she had a 5-star skills, should be honestly probably just behind Mbappe. We're still going to put her in the S tier. I'll put her ahead of Mo Salah, I reckon. I mean, Salah's 4-star, 3-star, and he's in the S tier, so I think there shouldn't be much complaints with Diani being in the S tier as well. I think she's got the Traveller playstyle plus, as I said, but yeah, I used her gold card. She was phenomenal. Her Thunderstruck even better. We were talking about him earlier. Thierry Henry is an Arsenal fan. We did a roulette. In fact, here you go. Here's the clip reaction to me packing Thierry Henry. Thierry Henry, I'll also probably whip my knob out. Oh! I love this game so much, man. I love this game so much. He's roughly 1.6 million coins, and as I said, I'm using him up top at striker in a 4-2-3-1. I've moved Mbappe to the left cam, and you know, at first I wasn't sure on it because Thierry Henry in past FIFAs hasn't been great, been a little bit heavy. He's always been shafted in terms of balance, but this year he's insane, man. He was amazing for me last week in league, last Foot Champs when we did use him. I don't know if I put him at the highest end of A or if I put him into the S. I feel like I'm going to put him into the lower end. Ooh, this is a controversial one, man. Look, I love him. He is so good, bro. He's so good, but I feel like he's more closer to João Pedro and Griezmann than he is the likes of Diani, so on and so forth. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I feel like we're going to keep him in A. I feel like with his bigger body type, and I mean, his balance isn't bad. It's like low 70s, I think. If he had a 5-star weak foot or 5-star skills, he'd be in the S. But once he's 4-star, we'll have him in the A tier. I feel like, especially if he had like 5-star skills, it'd be so nice to do a nice little ball scoop just to kind of get out of that awkward position when you're trying to left stick dribble with him in the box. I think we'll put him at the highest possible end of the A tier. Next up is Giroud. This might be controversial. but we're going to put him into the C tier. I really wasn't a fan when I used him. He's got the power shot playstyle, which, as I said, it's one of them ones where it can be fun, it can be good, but you'd much rather something else, especially for the bigger strikers. Probably also getting a little bit outdated, so Giroud will be our lowest tier player of the day, being in the C tier. Ronaldinho, who we also packed. I know you guys are like, this man's luck is crazy. We also packed Ronaldinho. In fact, roll the clip. Please, don't be Rivaldo. What the? Yeah, man, our luck has been absolutely blessed as of recently, so we'll put him into the S tier. I actually honestly prefer Mbappe to Ronaldinho. I've got both in my team right now, of course. And I can say I prefer Mbappe. Ronaldinho is still insane though, so we will put him into the S tier in 3rd place. And last, but most definitely not least, Obama what? Obama who? Obama blood clot young. Hey, that brings back so many good memories as an Arsenal fan. It's awesome to see him smashing it for Marseille. I know he got a hat-trick in the Europa League the other day for them, I believe. Look, I think this Aubameyang's a good card. I don't think he's a S tier worthy, definitely not. I think I'll put him just behind, maybe I'll actually put him above Griezmann. Above Griezmann, behind João Pedro. Now, this is the first draft of the list, if you will. Is there anything I really want to change? I think Giroud being the lowest tier makes sense. I think I could maybe debate Haaland into the lowest tier alongside Giroud, just because of the 3-star. Katoto, I think, yeah, the B tier for her is quite fitting. She's got the Trivela playstyle as well, playstyle plus, which can be good, but I feel like her balance kind of lets her down a little bit. I feel like I want to move Lukaku to the higher end of the B tier, and maybe move Szoboszlai down to the middle. In fact, I might even move Karamo ahead of Szoboszlai. I wasn't a huge fan of Szoboszlai. Like, he was good, but he wasn't crazy. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. But A tier, Henry at the top, I'm happy with that. But S tier, I'm happy with that. Yeah, I think I'm happy. So yeah, if you guys want to go ahead and check out my previous tier list, I believe we were ranking defenders and we uploaded that last week. So go ahead, that will be at the end of the video. In fact, we'll put it on your screen right now. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.